Hey guys, I'm Random Man here. Just a quick update. There's the fishies, there's the Orandas, doing nicely, still in quarantine. There's some food. Here you go, boys or girls, I don't know. Yeah, looking nice and big now, these two. Plants are growing well. We'll put a few more plants in. Anyway, there's the other tank. Been completely stripped. Needs to go clean. Some nice coral line on the back. That's what happens when you start dosing your tank. You end up with loads of coral line growing everywhere. Yeah, and then nice sump. Put the box in, or the trap. So I can put my bio balls back in there. There's all my bits. All soaking away in vinegar. Cheating a bit, you know. Some nice ammonia there. Kick off my cycle. Yeah. Looking forward to it. So, what I'm going to do is clean this tank out. I'm going to put the nice piece of bark, driftwood, right there. Build some nice stones up here. I'm going to use these plants. I've got some bio balls. Cycling away in this tank. I've got some more in my koi pond, but I'm worried that the temperature, I'm worried that they won't get a nice cycle. I'm worried about the bacteria, maybe metabolism might be slow out there with the weather, because it's getting down to 10 degrees, which is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit now. I've also bought some of this. I'll try some of this on my plants. I've seen a couple of other people using it in fish tanks. I thought I'd have a go. So yeah, looking forward to it now. Catch you soon. Hey guys, a Random Man here. Here we go. There's Coco looking nice and big. Here's Duck. Yeah, it's a funny glare on this. Let's see what I can do with the lights. That's worse. Yeah, there's a funny glare on this tank with this light. I blame the nasty iPhone. Anyway, there's the big tank. These lights are on 40%, just the blues. Off, white's on 40%. That's absolutely booming. I've got, I don't know if you can see in there, absolutely minging. That's going to get scrubbed out. Come on, focus. There you go, there's a nice stripped SPS. I found in the back of this. I've got no idea how an SPS coral ended up in the back of there. Insane. Well, it's got to get cleaned off tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Get the tank cycled. I'm going to have this section. The light's unplugged. This section's going to be bio balls. I'm going to have the, there we go, a union pipe coming down, which is sat here at the moment. I'm going to go down into that chamber where the plugs are, and that's going to have a filter sock in it. Got some nice sponge to go in this compartment, and then I've got sponge to go in these compartments. There's going to be full bio balls. The light for when I'm doing maintenance. Also got another light here. This tank's looking fab now. I got this light as part of the deal. I'll just show you what I've got. Part of the deal. Ended up with another fish tank. And the fish tank is exactly the same tank as this. Plus I'm going to go find some rock tomorrow. Hi guys. It's now 2 days after I've spent yesterday cleaning the fish tank out. It's now looking pretty spot on. There's some peas for the fish. I feed peas at least once a day while they're in quarantine. I like to try and feed veg every day, but I make sure they get peas every day. It's pretty good for them. Helps. I've heard it's a natural laxative, so it cleans out all their insides. I like to feed them some high protein food as well, to put some weight on them. It's supposed to help with buoyancy issues as well, the old peas, because these guys struggle with swim bladders, Okay, so here's the other fish tank. There's the wood we got in the position I was thinking of. There's a few bits and pieces around. I put some Amazon sword behind there. That one seems to be needing sorting out again. I put some Anubias under here. I have Java ferns next to a nice rock. Now we have this rock structure here with these plants coming out of them. I won't be using any fertiliser or anything on this tank. I don't see the point personally. I'm not really that fussed on plants. If you're interested in plants, I'd recommend Dustin's fish tanks. He's the boy when it comes to plants. I'm more interested in the fish. So, and plus with goldfish, they tend to see plants as solid. So, you know, I've had some nice planted tank, like Jacob's Aquarium. He had goldfish in a planted tank, and they just ate all his plants. I checked them videos out as well. Here's my lighting system. It's marine lighting, but I don't use the blues anymore. I've got them set up, you can't even see the screen, on custom. These lights are actually on 3% at the moment. The most I ramp them up to is 50. I'll show you what 50% looks like. This is some moonlights, and then that's 1%, 2%, 3%, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's on 50 now. And they'll stay on that for 4 hours, and then they'll ramp back down. I don't see the point in having it on any higher than that. It'll stay on 50% for a minute, and then it'll ramp back down to what it's supposed to be on. So, you know, I don't want too much light. I don't want algae growing everywhere. That bulkhead here, well, the torrid time trying to get that coralline algae off it, seems to come off everything else pretty easy, but this, I can't scrape it because it's plastic. I've been trying to scrub it with green pads. It would have none of it. It didn't really touch it, to be honest. But I've seen a guy who said that there's a video on YouTube who said that it won't do anything to the water quality. You know, it's just not very aesthetically pleasing. So I put this bubble, there we go, here to kind of hide it a bit. But you know, I never clean the back of my fish tanks really, unless they look really bad. But you know, they say that a bit of algae is good for the fish. I tend to clean both sides, and then I clean the front glass. You know, the back I kind of leave it for them. You know, set up my sump. I've got a light down here for maintenance. It used to be for growing Cheeto, but I don't use Cheeto anymore for obvious reasons. I've got filter sock there, goes into this chamber. There I've got, you can't see it properly, but there's a thermometer there. I've got you know, some sponge there, and then loads of bio balls. I would like to put some K1 in here, but it'd be the noise, because this is my living room, you know, so, and I don't live in too big a house, so you could probably hear the K1 upstairs when you're in bed at the night. This coddle line is all on the inside. I've cleaned the top, cleaned the bottom, it's all in the inside. It's, you know, something that's I'm gonna have to take my time to clean. Just cycling at the moment. This maxi jet I'm going to use for maintenance, so I can pump out. I've been pumping some back into the filter sock, just to help more filtration. I put a dose of that in, so it's up to 4 parts per million of ammonia, and that'll kickstart my cycle. It's a trick I learned on a website called Coco's Goldfish Forum. I'd say that's one of the 2 sources of information I use to go from what I describe as a beginner aquarist to an intermediate. You know, at the time when I first found them, I had this fish tank in my local fish store. I'm quite lucky when it comes to local fish stores. I have a few. See, there's the algae on the back. I don't see the point in cleaning the back, really. It's good for them. But my local fish tank store told me goldfish. I had commons at the time, and they said they're 10 litres per fish. So in this tank, it's a 100 litre tank, which converts to about 25 US gallons. They said, yeah, 1 goldfish for every 10 litres. So I had about 8 in here in the end. And I was constantly losing fish. I couldn't work it out. So in the end, I went on the internet, googled goldfish keeps dying, and it took me to Coco's. And I've got loads of information from there. And as I say, that's one of the 2 sources that's got me from a beginner to an intermediate fish keeper. Another one was Joey, the king of DIY. The information he shared in some of his earlier videos helped me out tremendously, especially with regards to filtration, setting up the sump. I believe, you know, this tank isn't sumped, but it's going to be my quarantine tank, hospital tank. I'm going to put some Danios in here to keep the cycle going for when there's no goldfish in here. But my main goal at the moment is to keep goldfish and breed them. So it's something I've come back to from the marine, because I felt like it was an itch that I still hadn't scratched within the aquarium hobby. Excuse me.